Hey, this is Joe Nicasio, your business coach. And I was working with a client this week. It's a set of brothers. I don't need to disclose names right now. It doesn't really matter. But these guys are making good money. They're making good money, and yet there's something just missing for these guys. So, they're making enough money to take care of themselves, okay? And the truth is, they're making enough money to take care of their spouse. It's real easy to make enough money to just keep a roof over your head and just put food in your mouth. But if you want to live at another level, you got to take care of your partner. And then if you want to play at another level, you have to start having a family and children. And you start playing at another level, and you start looking at community. And then beyond that, there's one more level, which is just a level of philanthropy. So I'm working with my client, and we're talking about this, and we were doing something just kind of in terms of what's your vision for 3 years? What's your goals for 1 year? What's your projects for 90 days? And what are your actions this week? And the truth is they're finishing up some projects. A whole new boatload of money is coming in, and yet, it still comes down to we're making all this money, but there's part of us that's just unfulfilled. And so one of the things I did with them was, we were looking at this 3-year number, what's your vision? And what we did is we changed this to legacy. What do you want your legacy to be? After you're dead and gone, what do you want your legacy to be? And this cracked them open. This really got them thinking at a whole other level, because it's not just about how much money do we make or what kind of home do we leave to the wife and the children, but true legacy, how Steve Jobs would put, what do you want your dent in the universe to be? And so we took this to another level. So really it's about having a bigger vision. It's about having bigger goals, having bigger outcomes. Let's clean that up. And so, one of the things that I had them do, so first is I had them both, brothers, write, what do you want your legacy to be? And that's their assignment this week. We'll see what they come back with. But when it comes to making money, they had 3 of the 4 quadrants. There's I work. There's work based on your own labors. And these guys have done that. They have been manual laborers. They built businesses from the ground up, working very hard. And now they have staff. They've got others working. They've got other people running entire businesses. They own multiple businesses. And, they're putting their money to work. They got their investments, and they're building investment properties out. But here's the area so the first big breakthrough for them was, number one, is are you building it just to make the money, or are you building it to leave a legacy? And there's 4 ways to make money. There's I work, others work, money works, and ideas work. This is the part that's kind of exciting. There's a lot of innovative things happening right now. I'm here in Santa Monica. There's these things called the Bird scooters. They're just some electric scooters, but they've attached a GPS and a payment method. It's almost like Uber for scooters. These guys have created an entire, not just a business, but a transportation infrastructure within the city that allows you to get around without using a car. It's really pretty cool. I could talk to you all day long about a lot of the innovation, but when you just work because I work, or when you work just to get other people to work, or when you work just to make the money, you're just making money. But when you put eyes to work, ideas to work, you can actually change the world. So one of the things I did, because these guys are, they're nice guys, they're bright guys, but I wouldn't say they're necessarily creative. I gave them 2 book recommendations. The first one was called A Whack on the Side of the Head. That's what they need, a whack on the side of the head. And I think you might need a whack on the side of the head if you're making money but you're not fulfilled. Whack on the Side of the Head is a book on 10 ways to unlock your creativity. And the second book I recommended to him is the sequel, which is A Kick in the Seat of the Pants. So that's what I recommended to them. So let's just put this back together, So, the real question of the day is, what do you do to make, when you're making great money but you still don't feel fulfilled? Well, first realize that, you can play a bigger game. At first you're going to be making money just for yourself. If you want to play a bigger game, you're going to make money for you and your spouse, the partner that you love. You play at another level, you're going to be a provider for not only your spouse and yourself, but your children, your family. You play a little bit bigger level, you're going to be a provider, you're going to help in ways in the community. And ultimately, when you make enough, you can actually do this thing called philanthropy. And so the question is are you just doing this stuff to provide for your family, or you're going to create a legacy? These guys are real estate developers, so we kicked a lot of very creative ideas around. But the name of the game here is if you want to feel more of this sense of fulfillment, then you need to have a bigger vision, you need to have bigger goals, bigger outcomes that actually lead to, legacy. And if you want to enjoy the ride a little more, you got to realize that, business isn't just about putting myself to work and putting others to work and putting money to work, but it's really about putting ideas to work. This is where business actually gets fun. This is where you can actually make a difference. And if you feel like you're having trouble putting ideas to work, I just wanted to recommend these 2 books on creativity. Number 1 is A Whack on the Side of the Head, and the second is A Kick in the Seat of the Pants by a guy named Roger Vonoef, Vonoef, I think it is. All right. Here's the thing, is when you're being creative, that alone is very fulfilling. And when you're playing with ideas, it's a playground, that's more fulfilling. And, if you're using these ideas to have a bigger vision, bigger goals, and bigger outcomes, you end up creating a legacy. And if you're building a legacy, you can break it into goals and projects that can really drive your actions this week. And the thing is the actions you're taking are all building towards this legacy, so that you don't just provide for yourself, your spouse, your children, your community, but you can actually be one of those people called a philanthropist. I wanted to share these ideas. This came out of a coaching session this week, but I wanted to share these ideas because I think it has a bigger impact on more people. So this is just an example of a little tiny example of something that went on in a coaching session this week. And they're lit up. They're on a quest to put ideas to work so that they can build a bigger vision, goals, and outcomes and start playing in this land of legacy so that they can become philanthropists. I think it's exciting, just the fact that we had this coaching session and I helped them, open up that window in their mentality is very fulfilling for me. This is Joe Nicasio, your business coach. And here's a question for you. What do you want your legacy to be? What are you doing to nurture new creative ideas and create something amazing in the marketplace so that you can have bigger goals, bigger vision, bigger outcomes, so that you can leave a legacy and so that you can be a philanthropist? It all starts with ideas and creativity. I want to challenge you to be more creative. I want to challenge you to not just have ideas, but ideas that can better yourself, your family, the community, and the marketplace. And I want to challenge you to strive towards a higher level of philanthropy. This is Joe Nicasio, your business coach, and I just want to wish you a prosperous day and make myself available if you want to chat. Send me a private message. God bless you. Have a great day.